Hello, it's Sarah here, and today we're going to make these boxes. So these boxes have been made to hold a coaster, and I've also made a little card so that a letter can be written on the card, and the card and the coaster fit nicely in the box. And I know that these are going to be posted, so they're held by Velcro dots, and they just fit nicely in the box for posting. I know that they're going to be Christmas presents. So I've made two versions and two cards. And the cards are I'm just leaving them blank so that a letter can be written. So these two boxes and two cards go together. So that card goes with that box. That card goes with that box. And this is what I'm going to show you how to make today. So let's just pop these to one side. They're very quick and easy. Hardest bit is deciding what paper you're going to put on them. So I'll just pop them to one side and let's get started. I need a scoreboard, scoring tool of your choice. And for the card, I've got a piece of paper, piece of card. This is 300 GSM and it measures 8 inches by 3 3¾ inches. And we're just going to score at 4 inches. So this makes the card that is 4 inches by 3¾ So that just fits nicely in the box. Let's just pop that to one side. This piece of card, I've already scored it, but I'll tell you where I'm scoring it. So this measures 10 inches by 6¼ inches. And we're going to score it. Let's do, which side first? Let's do this side first. So we're going to score it at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 5¼ and 5¾ Then we're going to turn it, rotate it once. Let's rotate it once that way. And we're going to score it at 1 inch, 1½ inches, and 5¾ inches. So I'll run through them again. So that's 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 5¼ 5¾ I'm going to turn it once, score at 1 inch, 1½ inches, and 5¾ inches. We can get rid of that because that's all the scoring we're going to do. So now we need to fold and burnish all our score lines. Making sure that our sides are level so that the box ends up square. Just lining up all the edges. And there we have all our score lines. So now we need to do a bit of cutting. So I'm going to pop it this way. We need, first of all, to cut our score lines up to the first score line. This is going to make our tabs for the bottom. So I'm just going to do a little mitre cut, just to cut out just a tiny little wedge on both our tabs. This corner, this little bottom corner, we don't need that, so we're going to cut that out. And just do a pencil mark where we don't need. So we don't need that corner. We don't need that. We don't need that or that. And we don't need all that line. And we don't need that. Just leaving the little tab in the corner. So I'll just leave that there for a second in case you want to take a screenshot. And let's cut these out the top. So I'm going to cut down all the way to the second score line on these two. And I'm just going to cut away the pieces that we don't need. And on this little tab here, this is what we're going to glue. So I'm just going to chop a little mitre cut in each corner, just to get rid of some of the bulk in the middle. Again, I'm going to chop down this line to the second score line and get rid of what we don't want. Now you can do this on your paper trimmer, this long line, but I'm just going to do it with my scissors. And along this second score line, I'm just going to cut all the way to the tab. Get rid of that big piece. And then we have what should look like that. So I'll just leave that for a second. And then this end piece here, this is the tab, this end 1/2 inch. So we just need to fold that over. So I'm going to fold on the second score line. I'm going to pop some glue. Oh, when I can get it to come out. Pop some glue on this first tab, sorry. And folding it on this first score line from the left. Just going to fold that over and lay it flat. Give it a bit of a press down with my finger. You can even wiggle it to the other side. And there's the startings of our box. Before we go any further, just going to cut away the corners. That's easy. You can just fold the rest of your box out of the way. Oh, that's not cut. There we go, that's cut. Oh, that's a bit messy, so I'm just going to go around that one with my snips. Tidy that up a bit. And there we have the startings of our box. So if you want to, you see I've cut down the side of the score line there, so I'm just going to cut down the middle. Just tidy that tab up a little bit. That one's fine. So to glue the bottom, I'm just going to fold the top bit together and stand it on its base. So this is the front. So I want this tab to be the last that I put down. So I'm just going to fold that out the way. Fold the long tab. Pop on some glue. I think that's a bit too much glue. Never mind. Then I'm going to put down the tabs. Get rid of that excess glue. Just pop a bit more glue on the tabs. And fold over my back section. So I'm just going to hold that for a second. Now I'm going to turn it upside down, push it flat onto the desk and use the rounded end of my bone folder just to push down that bottom section. And there we have our gift box. So now we just need to decorate it. So to decorate it, I have 2 pieces. Let me pop my measurements there in case you want to see them. Oh, I'll come down a bit. So these 2 pieces of pattern paper measure 4 by 4 inches. So I've got one for the front, one for the back. Just glue them on, leaving the same size border all the way around. You don't have to put one on the front, on the back, and the back, but I've got these bits of paper out my scraps folder. And my scraps, I've got too many scraps, so I thought I'd just make these. I'm trying to use my scraps up. There we go. And I just have a piece of, I just didn't think that was enough. I thought I needed to put some more on. So I've just got a piece of red mirror card, and this measures 4 inches by 3/4 of an inch. And I've just rounded the corner to match the flap. So I'm just going to stick that on. Like so, just for a bit of interest. And then I thought, it needs something else. So to just use my scraps up, I just cut these scraps, which are 1/2 inch by 4 inches. And I'm just going to stick these just around the box. So I'm just using a tiny bit of glue. Stick that on the top first. It just adds a bit more interest. I want to keep them as flat as I can for posting, but I want them to look nice as well. And plus, I'm using more scraps up because I've got loads of scraps. So very soon I'm going to do a video using up scraps because I'll show you. I keep them in a folder in all different sections in Polly Pockets. And I'm going to have to try and think of another way to keep them because I'll show you. So that's our box. Apart from the Velcro, that's our box finished. So let's stick the Velcro on. So I've got 2 Velcro dots. And I'm just sticking one kind of in each corner. So I'm keeping them as the pair. Now take off the... Oh, it's actually easier if you put something in. So I'm going to put the coaster in just to give it a bit of stability while I'm pressing these down. Take off the backing from the back. Of course, you can use magnets if you want to. So I'm making sure that the top is square, and I'm just pushing them down. Just give them a minute just to stick, and then I'm going to put my nail on the bottom and pull the top off. And then I'm just going to give them another little press down. And there we have our finished box. Easy. So we're just going to do a quick and simple card. So this card base measures, I can't remember. Let's have a look. 3 3/4 by 4. So I've got the same pattern paper, and this is 1/4 inch smaller. So it's 3.5 by 3 3/4. Just going to pop that on the front. And again, I just want to keep it flat, no dimension. And I've got a little bit of, to tie it into the box, I've got a little bit of scrap that's a bit too long. So I'm just going to chop that. Just to give it a little bit of interest. I want to leave as much room as I can for writing in. I'm just going to pop that at the bottom just to tie it into the gift box. And I've got this side, this Merry Christmas. I just backed it onto a piece of the red mirror card, cut a tag end in it, and I'm just going to stick that on about there. And that's it. That's our boxes and our card ready. Just burnish this card a bit more. I don't think I did it. That's it. That keeps it flat. I've got a runaway pencil. So it's a 10-fold card. And the card and the coaster fit perfectly inside this box. So there we have it. 3 boxes and 3 cards. All ready for posting. I'll take the cards out. So if you're sending anybody a coaster for Christmas, give this box a go. It's perfect, especially if you're posting, because you can pop your card inside the box as well. And they're all ready to go. So thank you very much for watching me today. If you like what you've seen, give us a thumbs up. Think about subscribing to my channel, and that keeps me going. It keeps me motivated. And if you've not already done so, press the bell and you'll get notified every time I release a new video. Thank you very much for watching me today, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye!